looking to our spotlight matchup, we are headed to the NBA. The Bucks, who are 27-18, 13-10 on the road, will visit the Atlanta Hawks, who are 17-25, 8-11 at home. Right now, Milwaukee, this line just changed this morning, is the 5.5-point favorite with a total at 232. The Bucks sit at fourth in the East, while the Hawks are technically not ranked. Milwaukee, however, has been on a bit of a cold streak after winning 6 straight in December through January 1st, but since then have gone 2-5 in their last 7 and 5-5 in their last 10. And speaking of cold streaks, the Hawks, who seem to be doing okay at the start of the season, are just 1-6 in their last 7 and 3-10 in their last 13. As far as conference play goes, the Bucks are 18-14 and Atlanta is 10-15. This will be the second meeting for these two on the season. The first game taking place back on November 14th, where the Bucks lost on the road to the Hawks 120-100, a game in which Trae Young put up 42 points for Atlanta. Mercy. Arky, I already know where I'm going with this one, but would love to know where your head is at. So what will you be betting tonight?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think I'm all over Milwaukee -5.5, and here's why. I think the interesting thing to pay attention to the Hawks is what they are doing with their roster. So, like, they just traded Cam Reddish to my New York Knicks. Hopefully that works out. And also they could be looking at giving away John Collins, who they just signed to a mega deal in the offseason, because something quite hasn't worked right for them this season. Their director of basketball operations recently said that he maybe shouldn't have brought everybody back from a team that, was just a hop, skip, and a jump away from playing for the NBA championship. I'm very disappointed in how Atlanta's played this season. This last 5 games and its losing streak has been really disappointing. They're giving up 120 points a game during that losing streak, which is insane. You just can't win games that way. By the way, the Knicks during that streak scored 117 on them. The Knicks don't score 170 points against anybody, and they put up 117 on the Hawks just a few nights ago. So they are struggling. They're almost at the very bottom of the league when it comes to defensive efficiency. When Trae Young's not on the court, they're 15 points worse than when he is on the court. Like, it is a mess in Atlanta, and I don't know what they're going to be able to do to figure it out going into the All-Star break in the next couple of weeks, because it's a crapshoot right now. And I know that Milwaukee's not been great recently. As you mentioned, they lost 5 of the last 7. But it's interesting that the 2 wins they have are games that they were prime time, the big game of the night.
Oh.
And those were against Golden State and against Brooklyn. And this is another interesting, very similar situation tonight. They are taking on Atlanta in a standalone game coming up, and I think it's 6 o'clock Eastern on the old television tube here on MLK Day, and they'll be the only game on for a couple hours there for that window. So I think that bolsters into their favor. Giannis plays really well this whole season, but seems like when the lights are at their brightest, he becomes a magician. Like, just something goes on in that kid's brain that just makes it beyond great. So for me, I'll sit here and I look at Milwaukee, and I think that that's the team right now I would trust the most, even though on the road, and it's 5.5 points. And I think this is the 21st or 22nd straight MLK Day that Atlanta has hosted. That's just going to be their thing forever now.
Right.
That they'll host on MLK Day. Even though there's that momentum for them and a new adjustment to the roster may help down the road, I don't think it's now. I think it's the defending world champion Bucks. So give me Milwaukee -5.5 this early evening in Atlanta. A-Town, baby.
ATL. What's the... Oh, no. Not going to get into this
Atlanta,
again.
the Dirty South.
ATL, Georgia. What do we do for you? It's all...
I don't know who says that.
Just
Is that
move
Nelly?
on, Kayla. I don't know.
Is that Ludacris? Who says that?
Probably, Ludacris. All right, well, something that should be fun is watching 2 of the best shooters in this one go head-to-head in Giannis and Trae Young. Young also leads his team in assists at 9.3 a game, while Giannis picks up the most rebounds for Milwaukee with roughly 11.3 a game. Young ranks 4th among the NBA in points per game at 27.6, while Giannis is 3rd in the league, averaging 28.5. And as always, my favorite Bucks stat is that Grayson Allen one, who picks up the team in most threes for Milwaukee at around 2.7 a game. As far as injuries go, however, the Bucks leader in assists, Drew Holiday, is out with an ankle injury, while Atlanta's leading rebounder and Clint Capella is also out with an ankle injury. Now looking at those trends, Milwaukee is 20-25 against the spread this season and 13-14 when going in as at least the 5.5-point favorite. Atlanta is 15-27 against the spread so far this season and are 1-9 when playing as the 5.5-point dogs. 16 of the Bucks games have hit the over this year, while the Hawks have done it in 22 of their games. All this to say, I will be riding with the defending NBA champs in this one at -5.5 on the road tonight, simply because I think they're the better team, and I think they absolutely can cover on top of that. So give me Milwaukee, Arky, -5.5.
Okay, all right, we're on the same page here, girl. Okay, let's go Bucks.
It's ATL Georgia. What do we do for you? It's in some song.
I'm more of an Usher, Peace Up, A-Town Down.
There we go. That's probably also what I was thinking of. Peace up, A-Town down. Okay.